Selectman's Office meeting for June 16th. We have, we'll be going into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 405 6A for a personnel matter. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Okay, we're now out of executive session, and we will take a 10-minute break before we start our regularly scheduled meeting.
I make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Okay. Good evening, welcome to the Limerick Board of Selectmen's meeting for June 16, 2026. Please join me in the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the payroll warrant for this week?
I move to accept the payroll warrant as revised.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Okay. We do not have the warrant, the other warrant will not be available tonight, it'll be available tomorrow. Okay. Motion to approve the June 10th meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, announcements?
The Select Board will meet on Monday, June 22nd at 5 p.m. for a workshop. The Select Board will meet on Tuesday, June 23rd at 7 p.m. And the Planning Board will meet on Wednesday, July, doesn't say, but I'm assuming, yeah. It's Wednesday, tomorrow, at 7 p.m. And the Budget Committee is looking for 2 new members to join. Please contact the Select Board admin at limerickme.org if interested. And the Select Board is also looking for 4 individuals to join the Appeals Board. Please contact the Select Board admin at limerickme.org if interested. As part of the hearing of citizens policy, no personal attacks on any individual or firm, including town employees, town officials, or members of the public, will be tolerated during any meetings. Please direct concerns about individual employees or town officials to the chairman of the Board of Select Persons outside the public meeting. And for your convenience, complaint forms are readily available on the sign-in table. And please stay current with town information by visiting www.limerickme.org.
Can I make a revision to those announcements based on today? Next Tuesday, or next Monday, the 22nd, the Select Board is meeting for a workshop with Bangor Savings Payroll at 4:30 until 6, and then we will be doing another workshop from 6 to 8.
Okay?
And then isn't there a public hearing on the 23rd
Yes.
Yes.
at 6 o'clock?
Okay, next, department reports. We have Stan.
Stan Hackett, Code Enforcement. I wanted to give you an update on a couple of things. The pickerel pond being raised above the historical high. DEP's coming in tomorrow to review that with me, as well as I have a meeting with Pickerel Pond Association tomorrow afternoon at 2. I have already issued, as you know, an order to lower the lake after they give notice to Lake Arrowhead's dam control to make sure that we don't put any unburdened stress on that dam. The Lake Association thinks that they have other evidence that will change my mind to reverse the order, but after speaking to some people that have been around Limerick most of their lives, and one of them, his father, actually did the sleuth. The lake's got to be lowered to its normal. It's doing a whole bunch of damage the longer it goes. But the other thing I spoke about last week was a moratorium. After doing some work in it, there's 2 things. The previous moratorium expired in March. So with the lapse, we can't just vote to move it another 180 days. But the other reason that would hinder us from voting and extending it another 180 days is sufficient progress. And the comprehensive plan committee started late, And we haven't started reviewing the subdivision. That will happen the first meeting with the planning board in July. So we'll need another special town meeting to vote for the moratorium.
Okay.
So, and I don't, do you want to set that tonight, or do you want to review? Do you want to?
Do we want to try to get that set, because our schedule's crazy?
I mean, I think the best option would to just get it on the schedule and go from there. So we have to advertise it for 2 weeks. And that's also getting the warrant article to vote on together. So, from today's date, that would put us in the middle of July to get that done. And right now, July is pretty open for us, so.
So maybe the 14th?
Could do that.
That would work because we could get a article together, discuss it next week, and then I can have it posted. I can get it sent to the shopper's guide.
What if we do the 21st? I'm just looking at next week's calendar, so.
Yeah, there's a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So let's go the
Set it for
21st.
the 21st.
of July,
Will that work, Stan?
Yep. right? Go ahead.
Do a 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock before.
Yeah, and I'm thinking we should reach out to the fire department to see if we can do the meeting there.
And then we'll also have to reach out to SRCTV as well.
Right.
So that moratorium is for major subdivisions of 7 or more lots. So to make that clear. The last thing that I have, I promised I wouldn't make it too long this meeting, but the next one you'll get paid for. We had an incident at the Bricktown Hall yesterday where the overhang roofing was hit on the entrance going into the old fire department garage. So that has been braced up and it's been blocked off. One thing we need to do is get an electrician or the fire control people to come in. There is a pull station by the door, and there's electrical over the door where the exit lights are that need to be removed so we can pull the paneling off. To unbolt it from the brick, there's a metal brace bar behind there to hold that up. So that has to be relocated temporarily so we can remove the paneling. The other thing I've been made aware of is Allstate or FR Carroll's have offered, if we want to remove it, they will remove it for us. But again, they don't have the technicality to rebuild it if we choose to put one back on, but they will remove it, and then we're only dealing with whatever fracture there was to the cinder block wall.
Because it's an accident, we've already notified our carrier,
Yes,
and we have to wait and see what the justice say,
okay.
and before we can do anything.
All right, but again, before that overhang can even come off, the electrical has to be removed, and the pole station's got to be relocated. Allstate has already submitted theirs as well, so they don't have a problem. They know they've got to cover it, so.
I would take it that
All right.
someone in the very near future is going to be coming down to look at it.
Yep,
But
and
we
that's,
shouldn't remove anything at this point until that's totally settled with insurance, with what's going to happen.
So if you do have to go in the building, use the overhead door. There is a remote somewhere. I think the fire department still has one in one of the trucks. But I wouldn't, that door that goes in the side is very hard. It's because the wall is torqued. And with that up overhead, I wouldn't want to walk underneath it. No. But if you need help getting in there, that we can get in there 2 different ways, but I'll make sure you have a remote. Open the door.
I think we need to get in there, we just have to wait and see what's going to happen here.
Yep.
I would imagine it'll be short one.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I had, and if you got any questions, and I'm going to get out of your hair, and you can move on.
All
Thank
set.
you.
You stand.
Okay, any other department reports?
Audrey Walsh, Limerick's Parks and Rec Director. Hello, everybody. Following up to still continue for a barbecue or something down at the park. Also, down at JD's, there's an account open for Limerick Parks and Rec for anybody to drop off returnables for the account. What else? And I think that's it, really. I think. Wade?
Oh,
Do you remember anything else?
did anybody get a hold of that person about the grant? There was an email, and I forwarded it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Howard, for opening the Boy Scout Island for everybody to access.
We haven't had anybody apply for that, have we yet?
I don't think
I know I've
so,
made a couple trips down there just to make sure nothing's got damaged.
other than the sign being broken and down.
Well, that was
and then-
already done.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, the sign's been down, and the camera was moved up to the overlook, and we're just waiting for the SIM cards to come in so we can put the new SIM card in it and put the camera back down there, or a camera back down
And I
there.
did talk to you about that tree that maybe needs something done to take down part of that. Because when I was walking in that night, there was pieces that fell from above, and I don't want anybody getting injured down there, but it is a pretty tall tree.
I'll go down and look, I'll go down and look at it.
have the barricades or the floats been put out?
Not yet. I got the cement blocks, I gotta get down there with the buoys, and the rope on there is pretty frayed, but I mean, I think it might still work. And then we can look into fixing it next year, but it is pretty rough.
So my other question, do you have any desire to perhaps work on some grant writing
Grant writing?
or applying for a grant?
I can try.
Because we received a message or an email this week from, I guess it was a voicemail, from somebody from National Fitness. Thank you, Courtney.
That's why I have access.
And I think bringing an outdoor fitness infrastructure to the park, especially if we can get a grant to pay for that.
Is that supposed to be Lewiston?
Probably.
Closest
It was
one
a,
to-
it was a transcription
Oh,
of
okay,
a
okay.
voicemail. So yeah, you kind of have to read between the lines and read text kind of thing. I just thought that might be something really good to look into and as a possibility.
Do you want to look into that? Do you want to look into that, or is, who's going to do it?
No, I mean, we can work together.
That's fine.
I can get in contact with him and see what goes with that, and then you and I can work together on it.
Okay.
Is that something you're interested in doing?
Sure. We need to get something going up down there, so I don't want to be that person.
Well, that's why when I saw this, I was like, you know, because like my granddaughter's school, they have a trail with fitness stuff through the
Sure.
trail, and the
And
kids love
nature
it.
walk and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the kids absolutely love it.
Okay.
And it's
We
something that
gotta
adults can
include
use
the
too.
elderly too, 0 to
Well-
99, right, Jerry?
But this is something that depending on the equipment, adults can use too. So,
Also, did you find all the keys?
I do have all the keys.
Okay. We'll get you one for Scout Island.
Sure. That's it for
Okay,
me.
anybody else? Joanne? Joseph?
I don't have anything, anything new, except the old pile of mulch is ready, if anybody needs any mulch. I'd really like to have another 3 or 4 months on it, but I think somebody can dig around and get some. We don't turn it enough, you know, where I don't have the equipment there to do it, so I don't turn it enough for it to make as fast as it should.
When they push back the metal pile or any of that, is there any way they can do it at that time?
I try to get him to do it when he does the metal. We have a tremendous load of metal there, and I contacted Grimmel. Hopefully, they're going to be here within 10 days because we're running out of space. Everything else is going smooth, and we've got all of our required cleanup and so forth for the DEP. We've got that done for the year, so.
Good, thank you. Any other departments? Okay, we'll go on to hearing of citizens. Anyone? Brad?
Good evening, Brad Libby, disgruntled taxpayer. I guess this is directed at the board in general, Howard sometimes in particular. I'm not real happy with you guys. I think you've done the town a disservice, Howard. I don't think you've saved us a nickel. I think you've cost us money. I'm upset, very. You read some of the stuff I put on Facebook. You took exception to it, so here I am. Tell you what I really think. You let a lawyer come in here and interrogate our fire chief with no representation of the town to protect the town's interests. In fact, when we're all done, you had to go hire a lawyer to take care of us when we already had one. It got screwed up. Not happy about that.
Actually, it didn't get screwed up.
Well, it certainly did.
The fire chief was given counsel,
Yes, he was.
and because of that, the selectmen, because we were hearing that complaint, had to go out and get another counsel to represent the rest of the town.
And it should have been done before that other lawyer interrogated him in front of the whole world. You
was all
never
done.
should have let it happen.
Now, that night, I called the fire chief prior to that hearing. He never returned the phone call. He was told that he should have the lawyer there, and he didn't have it.
Well, the town
So that is
should
the
have.
truth.
Well, I believe that's the truth as you see it, and I just see it differently,
No,
and that's,
not as I see it. That is the truth.
okay.
and I am going to interject. We were acting as a neutral. We couldn't take sides between the fire chief or Mr. Smorella.
Well, I gotta tell you, the way that lawyer was interrogating our fire chief was reprehensible, and it never should have been allowed to happen without a lawyer for the town of Limerick being present to represent the town of Limerick. That's bullshit what went on. You can call it whatever you want, but it's bullshit. And Howard, by the way, I take back the comment that I made about not being able to ring the bell on the fire truck. That was unnecessary, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
I agree. I was being mean. I'm sorry. Cindy will be very happy to hear that.
For your comment.
Okay, well, you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. I was wrong. But on the other hand, I think that there's been mishandling of our bidding process. I mean, we get tangled up, what do you call them? The heat pumps. That bid got screwed up because fingers got in the pie that shouldn't have. We've got a tree contract that's out there. You hand-picked people to bid on that. And now where are we? The bidding process was destroyed. It was wrong.
No, it was not destroyed. We had 4 people come in to bid on that. They were all told the exact same thing. And and I heard there's been a couple of things come on which are totally wrong. There was, in the process of getting those bids, there were actually 2 different bids, not one. One was for the 2 trees up in the cemetery. That was separate because that's a separate account. The other one was for an account that goes under Ricky for the roads. That was totally separate, and they were all done according to our policy and within the reason of the limits for bidding.
Well, if that's the way it is, then I stand corrected. I didn't think I was right, but I didn't think I was wrong, but it wouldn't be the first time. But anyway, I just think that, things aren't going very well. I just don't. I'm very dissatisfied with what I'm seeing.
Well, I can assure you that this board is not squandering money. We are looking out for the best interest of the town. We have a lot on our plates right now. We're reviewing policies, you name it. We're going through everything. There's a lot of stuff that I can't mention tonight because we got legal.
Yeah,
involved.
well, as far as that tree thing goes, my understanding is that you contacted several of the tree companies to come in and make bids. We got a tree company right up the street. The guy could fall down and be halfway here, and he was never contacted about any of it.
Wait a minute. He wanted to do it by the hour. We had to do it by bid.
Well, he told me that he was never contacted about it at all. Now, if he's not telling me the truth, then I'll take it to him.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay, well.
I know what I had to do.
Well,
And it was in the best interest of the town. It's not in the best interest of Howard Burnham, I'll tell you right now.
Well.
And I didn't hand-pick those. I went on the web. I contacted a previous bidder, and I did contact Black Bear, but he chose to do it by the hour because of the size of the job.
Okay.
So.
Well, and last and finally, what is going on with this treasurer? I hear people all the time. Now, I personally have got nothing against that lady, but I'm beginning to wonder because I hear more and more people swear it up and down that she's at best incompetent, and you've been in there helping her, and we're worse off now than we ever were.
Hold down, I'm again. I have not been helping her. I am not an accountant.
Well, neither am I.
I am overseeing, we're in charge of overseeing the funds. And we have legal issues there now. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I'm not allowed to say anymore.
Okay, well, I am, and I'm just not happy
But all I
about the
can say
whole
is be
situation.
informed when you talk.
Well,
And right now you're not because you don't know what's going on.
well, I probably suspect more than I know. But thank you.
Anyone else? Roger?
Well, is that blood spots on the floor from the last meeting? You guys are getting pretty rough in there. The basis of my being here tonight, I'm Roger Leverly, live on Forest Road in Limerick, Maine. I've been there about 45 years. The only reason I've come into this building is for taxes or whatever. I've never been in one of these things, and I hope to never again. I'm in a situation with the town that's not going well, so I've been trying to get a hold of you people. I don't know your names. I haven't met all of you, Howard and Dwayne, and the basis for my being here is that you'll probably see me again in the future. I'm making a packet up of what I've accomplished, agencies I've seen, the results of all of that in regards to what the issue is. they'll be self-explanatory. I just want to make sure you get those. I talked to Courtney, she said I could bring them, I could send them certified mail, because this situation is going to be heading to a break point. So I just want to know, some of you I've heard bits and pieces. You haven't got the whole story, and there's always two sides to a story. So I just want to give you my version. I've got everything I've done, and I've been informed to do everything so there can be no loopholes in the future. Anybody say I didn't do it the right way. So this is the last phase of that. I want you all to get a copy of that paperwork. And that's basically why I'm here. So I won't divulge anything. I won't take up any of your time. It'll be, and at the end, I had Wade stop by, got some information from me. I saw Howard, but then I realized that technically, to come over and see what the issues are, legally, you probably can't come independently. My understanding, some of these meetings and forums don't allow that. You may all come together. You can't discuss what you saw amongst yourselves even. So I just rather come here, give you the information. You each have to look at it, review it, then you can consult among yourselves. And that's basically it.
Thank you.
Okay.
I look forward to.
And I don't know your names now, but I'll get them from Courtney.
Okay.
And I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else for hearing of citizens?
Regarding the treasurer, does she handle the warrant?
Yes.
You moved the meetings till Tuesday so that you could have the warrant here, and tonight she doesn't have the warrant here. And you want us to be informed, so why don't you tell us what is going on in that office so that we can be informed, so that we can have the information? Now, this payroll company, you said that they canceled, I don't know if you have a contract with them?
We had a contract with them. It expired in November.
All right. So they just said one of their men quit, women quit, and
They're not replacing them.
is that the real reason?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they send a letter to the town stating that they're canceling the contract, they're canceling the working relationship because an employee that handles Limerick is not going to do it no more?
No, they sent me an email asking for a telephone call so that they could talk to me directly about it.
And that's all they said? That's all they sent you an email and said that they quit?
They sent me an email asking for a telephone call so that, and when I called them, we talked at length and had a conversation about it.
And
No,
on
they
that,
have not put anything in writing at this point.
are you requesting them to put anything in writing? Or are you just going to handle it with a phone call?
No, they are supposed to be sending me something by email. They are supposed to be sending something in writing.
What was the working relationship with the payroll company and the treasurer?
What do you mean? That would be a good question for the treasurer. I can't say.
You
I'm
don't know
not
if
here.
you don't know if there was an issue between the payroll company liaison with Limerick and the treasurer? And that's the real reason why
No, that's not
they
why.
quit?
That's not why they quit.
So then why don't you tell us what is going on in that office so that we can be informed? And another thing, with that audit, do you remember when the treasurer and the board said, once the audit's complete, there's going to flick a switch and all the accounts will be normal? Did that happen?
No, we did not.
That's why you should tell us what's going on.
I will tell you this much, Bill, that we are interviewing new payroll companies. We interviewed one, well, we had a presentation by one this evening. And we've got another one coming up. So we are looking at replacing them since being put on notice that they're not going to be doing this anymore. As goes for dealings with the treasurer, there are some legal issues which we can't discuss. but don't think that we're dropping the ball on it. We are on top of it. I don't like what we're having to do, but we are dealing with the situation. And like anything else, you know just as well as I do, you witnessed it here when we had Tim here the other night. The lawyers, it takes time. It takes time and it takes money. And we're trying to get everything resolved so we don't have high legal fees. We don't want legal fees. Nor do we want to have this going all the time either. It's not healthy. And when we're having problems here, it disperses out in the community, and then we get the rumor mill started. And we don't need that. You just have to put the faith in us saying we are taking care of it. We're putting a lot of time in behind the scenes on everything here. Far more than we're getting paid, believe me. It actually, what we're getting paid is a joke compared to the amount of time we're putting in. Now, if anybody doesn't believe it, just follow us around. So that's all I'll say, but we are on top of it. It's just, we don't like some of the things that we have to do. I had to do something this week and get the lawyer involved, and I wasn't happy about doing it, but I am the selectman and the chairman of the board, and I had to act.
Well, some legal battles are worth fighting.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that way. Okay? No, go ahead. I'm all done.
I'm not trying to piss in anybody's oatmeal or anything else, but the last board that was here before these guys, there was issues with the treasurer. Why weren't people, and I love Brad, I like Bill, I love everybody, but the negativity in this town needs to stop, and we need to come together and get along, get over the bullshit, and start coming together and working together. If anybody wants to do their job, step up and do their job. Enough is enough. I'm nobody. Everybody can hate me, I don't care, but enough is enough. We need to come together and get this town back to where it was. And I'll be 47 on Sunday, I'm nobody. But this is bullshit, and I'm tired of listening to it. And if I lose my role right now, then so be it. But I'm still gonna work in this community. I'm not all about the money. I'll be the poor man, living how I'm living, I don't care. But this town needs to come back together. Get with it and stand behind the selectmen, and let's start working positivity for everybody. Everybody. There's no need of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey.
Any other hearing or citizens?
Sure.
Cheryl?
Just a little follow-up on the lawyer coming in and talking with the fire chief and everything, and the money that we're spending and everything. But there again, if things were thought out ahead of time and not jumped on, there would be no lawyer's bills. It could have possibly been solved within the department or talking with you guys or whatever. It could have been, except for everything was jumped, you know, this. Now we got lawyers' bills up the yin-yang for both sides, which I don't know why the town's responsible for the fireman, the fire chief, no more than the town is responsible for the treasurer. That I haven't figured out yet, but you can explain it to me. And two, the tree work, about the bids and the people and everything. I don't know about what bids were out, but the tree company up the street is getting work from the town because I've seen them on the job. So it's not as if they were left out in the cold.
That extra work is being, Rick is taking care of that.
Oh,
That has nothing to do with what I went out and got bids.
No, but I'm saying he is getting work from the town. You know, I mean, it's not as if
She's saying he's
he's being employed, and that's great. That's good.
He's done
I'm
a
not
couple-
saying,
well, a
I'm just
couple
saying
of
he
jobs,
has
right,
been
Ray?
included. Whether it was Rick or you guys or bids or whatever, he's being included. So.
Thank you, Sharon.
Anybody else? Okay, let's go on to old business, review of legal accounts. Anybody Have any questions? I know there's questions, but any comments?
We did get an invoice in, okay, several invoices. To the cost of $2,836.13 from Drummond Woodsum. And, yeah, that's combining all of them.
Yes. We didn't get the, anything from
Bernstein Shore?
Bernstein?
No, we already had one from them
Yeah, but we've
a
got
few
we
weeks
got
ago,
another
but we
one.
haven't gotten another one yet.
But we will be getting one.
We will be, yes.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Going on a Deep Vale update. Gail, you got anything on that?
The water main was having pressure issues, but they've got the pressure tested positively now, and the line has been chlorinated. They're conducting bacteria tests on the water. Yesterday they were doing that, tomorrow they're doing that. And once they pass, they're going to start swapping the houses back to the main line. They still think that they'll be done in mid-July, by the end of July is their estimate. We do have a request. There was a vote to move the residual monies from Hollandville to Deep Vale, to transfer those monies. That was back in 2024. It has not happened. We're going to need that money in July or August. So if you could look into that, I'll be glad to. I've sent the votes to you folks before, but I have them and I'll send them again if you need me to.
No.
You don't need to?
Just send it. No, we know it needs to be transferred.
Okay, I'm just saying it's imminent that we're going to give you a bill to pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we understand.
Thank you, thank you.
It will be addressed.
Okay. Next item, tax acquired property. Have you talked to Stan about doing that?
Yeah, I talked to Stan, he's on board, he's willing to do that. I don't know that we've heard anything back from any of the brokers that we reached out to.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything
But
back.
he was gonna call him, right?
He was gonna call him.
Yeah, and I spoke to Stan Friday, and he hadn't heard back from the brokers as of Friday.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Just a side note, because I want to make sure that we don't forget that there is a Limerick resident that is waiting anxiously to purchase one of the lots.
Yeah.
Yep. And that'd be first on the list. Can you relay that to him?
Yes, I will
Okay,
tomorrow,
great.
first thing.
Okay, next item, paving bids. We received one bid that was over our allotted amount, if you will, that was approved. To the tune, I believe it was 130,000 over, wasn't it?
Yes, $133,090 over.
Okay, 130, whatever. I have contacted the bidder, and they're agreeable to working with us to come within our budget.
I would make a motion to accept the bid, since they did get the bid in on time, if they're willing to work with us on the amounts with the roads, everything else, with the contract.
Do I
I
hear a
think we
second?
should, I think it would be only right to accept their bid.
Do I hear a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Any discussion?
So they're gonna make, rate to the exact amount of what we budgeted?
Yes.
We will, I mean, obviously,
Obviously, it comes a little under their,
they'll end up working with Ricky to figure out roads and what can be done, what's most important, the priorities, to work within that budget.
okay, so we have a moved and
Yeah. I was hoping that well, not hoping, but that it would be put out to bid, maybe we'd even get it cheaper, but
well, the fact of the matter is, we asked stuff to come in at a specific time. We only had one bidder. And it does say that we have the right to negotiate if need be. So, Rick, you got something to say about it?
Yeah, Rick Richardson, Road Commissioner. So are they willing to come down on their price compared to what they put a bid in for?
They will come down and work with us within our budget to see
Okay.
what we can get done.
So
For the money that we've got. They said this is very common with other towns that have worked with them. So,
Okay. That's a considerable drop on their part.
yeah.
Okay.
Now it's a case of you've got to decide which roads we've got to deal with here. See how far our money will go, and set priorities on the roads.
so are they gonna do the same amount that we put, that Ricky wanted to do,
No.
that we
We're
put out to
going-
bid?
We're going as far as we can go with the money we've got.
I just don't think it's right to put the numbers out and announce the numbers and then throw it back out to bid. I don't think that's fair
Which
to,
we've already done, so.
right.
Because we're gonna take how much are we gonna end up losing as far as roads if, in the long
We're
term?
not gonna get all 5 done that we
planned on doing?
had planned on doing.
For what we budgeted?
I mean,
But
Charlie
what we-
gave me a
what we
rough
budgeted,
idea
what they
when
can do
we
it for
took a
us,
ride
so
around
it's-
town, and, and that number's not exact, but he gave me a ballpark on what his proposal would be close to, and taking into consideration of the roads that are proposed to be done. I mean, we can always cut back, but he was willing to stretch it out as much as we could, so. And hopefully,
There's one little other aspect that's entered, and Charlie mentioned this last week, is the price of the asphalt.
liquid, yeah.
It's inevitable. Let's see what happens after they open up that good old Strait of Hormuz and see how much things are gonna drop. Who knows? It's a shot in the dark. Oh, it's not gonna be free. Nothing's free anymore.
$70 a barrel for oil. It's the locals that, distributors that are putting the screws to us, not the
Well,
What's
$70 a barrel from 120.
what's the liquid asphalt price today? Does anybody know?
I didn't look at it. Hold on one second. Okay. I don't get far without glasses, sorry.
It changes continuously.
As of today, 715.83 per liquid ton. And it was 673 2 weeks before.
And when the budget committee worked out the budget and the town voted on a budget, no one has a crystal ball, no one saw the rise was gonna be what it was. It's just, it's life, it's what happens.
well, Obviously, what we can't get done this year, we'll go out for bid next year, and we'll just have to keep on beating on it, that's all, until we get these roads up to where we want them.
And maybe when they down the mileage or they down the roads, if there's something over, then maybe we can put in a warrant article to transfer any excess funds over again into that account for use next year, again?
I think we stretched the budget as far as we could last time.
Yeah.
We asked for a lot because there was a 2-year lull, and the budget committee was very generous and
I remember that.
to work together and come up with the numbers we did, so.
It's unfortunate, we've got a lot of other projects we're working on here, and we can only stretch that dollar just so far before the taxpayers really hurt.
I don't
We
ask
don't
for
want
any more
that.
money. I think the taxpayers voted for the increases, and I think we all appreciate what we came up with, and the budget committee was pretty awesome to work with. I mean, they went over and above, but we met quite a few times too, so.
Yes, we did.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd just like to say, it seems like the scope of work has changed. I mean, you've got that one bidder, and he's certainly willing to work with us as far as the total cost, but he hasn't told us how much he's going to do. It seems to me that the money is there for a certain amount of money, but we don't know how much he's going to do for it. Don't you think that it'd be in our best interest
That's
to
why we
take
have to negotiate it, Brad.
Well, I know, but if he's the only bidder, you ain't got an awful lot of negotiation. I think it should be put back out to bid with specifics on what roads you do want to do and the amount of money you're willing to spend to get them done. At least then you know what you're paying for. Right now, you're at the mercy of that one bidder. Maybe he'll help you out a lot, maybe he'll help you out a little, maybe he's only going to make it look like he's helping you out. You don't know.
Cheryl?
I sit there and listen to people say, well, you got to put it out to bid. You got to have 3 bids. You got to do this. You got to do that. We got to have a bid. Okay? We put everything out to bid. Then the other person says, well, we didn't get enough bidders, or it didn't come out the way we wanted to, or whatever. We had bids. One person decided to bid. We've had one person decide to bid on other things and whatever. The prices weren't the same. Okay. Ricky says that we have to get all these roads done. Well, then in my budget at home, if I don't have enough money for this, I have to take it from this one and make this one work. Well, if you needed that amount of money or more money to pave a road, why are you off here doing this, and ditching and things that weren't as important as tar, paving? Figure out what your priorities are. Don't wait until halfway.
But the ditching and stuff has nothing to do with that bid.
No, I know, but it is a budget.
Right.
If you had,
It's in the
I'm
budget.
talking budget.
It's a separate item.
Then
is
you
a
set
separate
your
budget.
budget up. If you know that you're gonna have a lot of roads to do, because last year, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't think we got one road done. We had to have, or whatever. I don't know what the problem was or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's a wonder people don't want to bid in the town of Limerick, because you get bids and they ham and haw and, well, we'll do this, we'll do that, and then you put it out to bid, and then nobody wants to bid. And don't complain about putting out bids or this or that when you can't follow your own rules.
Do you mind if I spoke for a second? Charlie Emerson, Allstate Asphalt, FR Carrolls. As I spoke to folks before, again, I apologize that I did miss the bid. I have a lot of time invested in this town. I've rode hour upon hour on the road, sometimes 2 or 3 times a year. Whatever is needed, I always calculate out to the final cent as to where we believe we're going to be. And only one time I can ever think that we went over budget, and it carried into a second year Really didn't want for that to happen, but I didn't have any choice. We ran out of weather. So to touch on something that you had said about bids, bids get thrown out all the time. The state, county, towns. The only reason I would ask that you throw this out is, as a company, we have a lot invested. A lot of our people live in this town. They work, they work in this town. They provide to the community. I guess what I'm looking for is I would like a chance to prove to you that I can do. I mean, I can't say that it all will happen because I never looked at Dayton's numbers. I heard you say that it was $130,000 over budget. My budgetary numbers I could definitely meet, which would be the 5 roads at the budgetary number that I gave months and months and months ago. So I do think that it would be a service to the town to go back out to bid. First of all, if the company that you've gone and negotiated with, if they're truly willing to negotiate, they will come back with a far less bid. Am I not wrong? They're telling you that they're going to be able to work with you. I think all you're going to get is you're going to get a lot less road done. So
I don't know that, Charlie.
We don't, and that's why I'm telling you, if you go back out to bid, then you'll know. If they still beat me, then you've got a bid. I don't see any other companies that are going to come out. Typically, they don't. I mean, the only one I've ever seen over this way is Dayton. So I don't know. I can't control it. I'm just telling you that from the paving business looking in, I think you're doing yourself a disservice by not at least going back out to bid. You're not harming anything by going out to bid. You're losing a week or two.
Just the fact that everything that was put out a certain timeline, and we only had the one bid. I mean, you could have got your bid in.
I could have. I explained to you what exactly happened.
I know, but you didn't.
Right.
That's the trouble. And it's not fair to any other companies.
There's nothing fair in the bid process. There never has been.
And I have heard of companies that have come in 5 minutes after the
It does happen. I can't
the
disagree
gavel
with
went down, and I have a very good friend who lost a big contract because of that. But that's business.
Anyways, I just wanted to give you my thought.
Yeah.
I'm not a taxpayer, so it's probably wrong for me to even get up and say my piece. I just know that in the past, I've always gone to my utmost to make sure that the town's taken care of, and I'd still like the opportunity to do that. And if you got to go with the other one, so be it. I understand. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion. What?
We've had situations like this before, and you have a quote on the bottom that gives you the right to accept or reject any bid. I feel this bid should be...
Or negotiate.
Or negotiate, that's right. But to negotiate in the best interest of the town. And if we're going to spend the same amount of money, $400,000, and only get 75% of the roads done, I don't think that's negotiating in the best interest of the town.
We don't know that.
But if you accept their bid tonight, you don't even have anything in writing what they are going to do for that money.
We're accepting the company. Now, if we get into negotiating, we find out that this is going sour on us, we can stop it.
But we've done this many times before. Many times it's been put out to rebid.
I mean, when we're talking to them and find out that this is not gonna go right.
We increased the budget.
What?
We increased the...
You don't know that, Brady.
We increased the budget $100,000 last year, from 300 to 400, if my memory's right.
Yes.
To get more work done. Now we're going to spend $400 to get less work done. Don't make sense.
I'm just going to say that I have watched meetings in the past. I have watched bids come in, bids get things get sent out for rebid after numbers were announced, and the chaos it created, the angst in the town that it created, I don't want that to happen again. If we're going to send something out to bid, we need to get the bids back in time. If we get bids back, any bids, we need to vote on the bids themselves that we get, especially once the numbers are out there. It's not fair to any company that does follow the bid policy and our deadlines. It's not fair to penalize them to say, okay, now you need to, redo the work again and try to be competitive with people who didn't get their bids in on time. I just don't think that's fair to companies, and I think the only thing that's going to do is turn companies away from bidding in the future.
Okay. We have a motion moved and seconded to accept the Dayton Sand and Gravel as the paving company for this year. All those in favor? Opposed? One. Okay.
Sorry.
Next, payroll companies, we've already talked about that. Okay, here's another one. We have a decision on the case with Tim Cimarella and the fire department. We had the hearing, heard from both sides, and it is our decision that we are going to overturn the decision of the fire chief. Okay, and there are some other stipulations in there which I am not going to divulge because of the parties have agreed on. But it is in writing. It is up to Tim. If he wants to deal with that, he can, but he doesn't have to.
I make a motion to accept the decision as written and come to.
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
Opposed?
Oops, sorry. Okay, pavilion bids. We do not have any as of now. That's still open. Okay, next, snowplow contracts. We have received those back from the attorney. We
need to set up a workshop to go.
Well, yeah, but we have a couple of areas in there that the attorney put one thing down and it should have been another.
Yeah.
It's as simply as we
got
can
it
put it.
flipped.
So it's a minor clerical error, but it has to be done. So that's that.
Do we want to set up a workshop to go through those? Or do we want to individually go through that?
I think we could take the time next week, next Monday, on a workshop there.
We have 2 workshops on Monday. From 4:30 to 6 and then from 6 to 8.
Can we bump one of them?
We could do it on the policy. And do we want to move some of the policy review to go
I
over?
would prefer to, and this is just my thoughts, I would prefer to bump the policy down to the next workshop.
Next week?
And deal with that and get it out to bid.
Can we have our workshops on the same day that we have our meeting? So we're not having one Monday and the meeting on Tuesday, then another one on Thursday?
Well, the only reason we're having them that way is because we've got so much work we've got to get done. But,
Because of the other workshops and executive sessions
yeah.
that are being requested.
If we didn't have the executive sessions, we could probably get more time to do it, but.
Do we have Well, because next week we have the public hearing before the meeting,
That's,
so. But I think after that, after next week, I think we need to try to put them on Tuesdays so it's all together, if we
I
can.
really think we ought to get that out. I mean, we're behind right now.
Right, well, I'm saying Mondays, because we already have Mondays scheduled.
Because we don't have, there's 2 areas in that bid, and it's just a matter of,
Right,
it'll
make it
probably
some,
take us maybe no more than 20
so we
minutes.
use some of that time on Monday that we already have set aside for a workshop, for policy review to go through the contracts.
Right, adopt
This
the,
isn't going to take hours. We're talking
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Okay. Are you okay with that, Wade, on Mondays?
Yeah.
Just to avoid scheduling another workshop?
I don't like those 4 o'clock meetings at 4 to 8.
No, because
That
I
stinks.
mean, I don't, it doesn't, it doesn't matter if I'm here or not, but this
Yeah,
is
it
my,
does.
this is my busy season, and
Yes.
we've already moved to Tuesday
Yeah.
so that we could have, she could.
Yep. Yep, we are
Yeah,
all right there with
Yeah,
you.
we can't get into that, but.
No.
So if we had it just one day, one day a week, even if we get here, but, got here an hour early or something, we'd have time enough to go over these, but to make it 2 or 3.
So let's plan on working it on next week's workshop that we already have scheduled. We'll take some time then to work on that. That way it's not an additional anything.
The longer we wait on that, the worse off we're going to be. Okay. Going on. Any other old business before we go on?
I mean, some of these are in the new business, should be in old.
Okay, let's go on to new business. What?
We were just discussing that. We received them back from the attorney. There are some things that we want to go over and that we need to go over now to make changes on just because of how we wanted it. We're gonna come in and work on them on a Monday, so hopefully we can have them done by Tuesday. We just keep piling work on her.
We're only talking 2 areas that I can remember on the contract, and it's a matter of figures. It's not wording.
Simplified more than what it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are a lot cleaner now than they have been in the past, yeah.
Totally new format. Okay, new business. Lot at the intersection of Main Street and Washington Street. We still dealing with that?
Yeah, I didn't get a hold of the scout leader, but the property owner did reach out. Actually went down to the transfer station to see about bringing that, she has someone that's gonna cut all the lilacs back that are hanging out into the road, and wanted to know what the charge would be, and they told her there would be no charge because it's a town project.
Okay, right. Okay, welcome to Limerick sign.
okay, I went over and looked at the site where the sign was. Someone obviously wanted a souvenir. There are 6 tabs, little 1/4-inch steel tabs that hold the framework to the piping. And it is very obvious they took a battery-operated offset grinder and snipped the tabs off. And so I reached out to Saco Frame Factory, Johanna Hoffman. She said she didn't give me a price to paint a new sign, but she said it was something very doable for her company. I'll go to Leamington, measure the sign, Ricky and I have talked about it. So we are moving forward.
Wasn't that sign, weren't those signs hand painted by
Yeah.
the local lady?
Yeah,
Barbara Carroll paid for all that years ago.
Paid for it, but, yeah.
Well, I don't know who did it, but,
There was a welcome to Limerick sign
Yeah.
somewhere that, I can't remember. It was Gerald Gilpatrick's wife.
what was that?
And one of them by Newfield at the school got hit from an accident. Was that destroyed or just, did they have to replace that? I can't remember.
Gene Gilpatrick.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't know how they replaced, where they replaced that, yeah.
All I can remember is we were going back and forth on signage and stuff, and Barbara decided she was gonna do it and have it done, so. Okay, that's one. Okay, next, approve and sign policies. We went over some yesterday, and if I can find them here.
Yeah, so everything that you guys have discussed, all the changes you wanted made, I made them this morning, and it is exactly how you guys want it. So you just have to vote to approve those with those changes and then sign them. So that way
I was
you
just
can
gonna
sign them.
tell them what ones we went over.
Yeah.
There.
They are accurate.
Okay, the
Select Board agenda policy.
So we have the agenda policy. We have the background check policy and the bill policy. The other ones we're still working on. Okay, I have a motion
I
to,
had the purchase policy on there, and that's still in the works. That's
so
a
do I have a motion
it's a doozy.
to accept these
So moved.
changes and so forth?
So moved.
Second. Okay, all those in favor? Okay, vote. Okay, discuss the vault fire suppression box replacement.
Did Stan come back and say we needed to have that replaced?
In the email, it said that that it needed to be replaced, yes.
Okay, okay,
I haven't talked to him, but I'll bring that up to him tomorrow, too.
okay.
We have two,
Oh, she has these in our packets, the panel replacement. And this is, I'm assuming this is covered by insurance, or are we finding out if this is an insurance-covered?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. So that's in process, so we'll have to,
wait till next week to vote on it?
Yes.
if you got something to say, go to the podium.
We may be done early.
Oh,
I said, we may be on 8:30.
Nope.
I know I was looking at our property and casualty pool, and it does look like it's covered. So, if you,
I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt to
Need to
file a
get
claim for it.
yeah,
Get-
but this does need to get done.
Yes,
But
yes.
Because that is vital records that office has to take care of, and those,
Yep.
it needs to be taken.
Why don't we do is call the insurance, tell them that it's an emergency, we have to get it straight away and get permission to go ahead.
I can do that tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the moratorium we've already talked about. Next item, we have to set a hearing for the grievance from Steve McLean. Does anyone remember the timeline on that? I know there is one.
July 7th, I know.
Is the last date?
Yeah, it was around then. The attorneys are discussing July 7th to get it done, which I believe is a Tuesday?
That's on a Sunday.
No,
Yes.
no. It's a Tuesday. You're looking at June.
Oh, pardon me.
It's a Tuesday,
Courtney,
so
you
if
gotta
we
update
did,
us on these calendars.
if we scheduled that hearing for 6 o'clock on Tuesday, the 7th,
And that, I believe, is going to be a closed hearing.
well, it's not going to happen the way the last one went down.
No, no, that's what I mean, it's going to be a
Right,
closed.
there's going to be parameters.
Yeah.
Parameters are being set, yes.
If he has counsel here, I think it's probably best that we have ours here also.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely, definitely.
Right.
Okay, so what's the date?
Can you? July 7th. Never mind, I'm going to put it in my reminders. So give me just a second.
Wait a minute, I've got it down here. I don't know why, but I've got it down as the 7th at 5 o'clock.
At 5?
Yeah. if we-
I don't think we're going to need that much time, though.
Yeah,
No, not if we're setting the parameters, because it's only going to last a half hour, maybe.
have both parties give them so many minutes to say what
Yeah.
they got to say and be done with it.
As was discussed prior.
Yep.
So I think if we set it for 6 o'clock, we'll be fine.
6 o'clock on the 7th.
Yep. No, that is, Steve has asked for it to be at a public hearing. So it's not closed? Correct. It's a public hearing. And I will reach out.
I thought there was discussion about not having it the same as we had it before.
Format-wise. Format, it's going to go very different, but Steve's, or Attorney Dolan's letter said that Steve wanted it public, so we cannot.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I will get a hold of
You want me to let Steve know that that's going to be on the 7th?
I can let him know.
You will? Okay, good. Okay. Everybody's in agreement with the 7th, 6 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay. Next item, time clocks. This goes back to a meeting we had, well, the first meeting we had with the payroll company today, as opposed, we're changing, there's a possibility we might change the way we're doing things as opposed to going with paper time cards and going digital. So everything goes right directly into the payroll company, and it doesn't go in here. And it has to, those digital, the digital end of it has to be approved, at least according to what we heard,
by department head.
presentation tonight has to go to, that has to be reviewed by the department head and signed off before it goes to the payroll company. And there are parameters set up, just so if anybody's has questions about the way these work. in the area that a person works, there are parameters set up, and that person has to check in and check out within that area. They can't go home and say, oh, I'm gonna see if I can get a couple extra hours. It doesn't work that way. They have to do it in that property before they go home and be checked out by the department head. So that's
something I think that's going to go hand in hand with payroll company, depending on who we go with, what kind of systems they can use, and what's most cost effective for the town.
Yeah, and we're just, we talked to one company already. Now we've got to talk to another one Thursday.
No, because they canceled.
Oh, that's right, too.
For that, but they're they sent out links for us to kind of watch things, and he's going to put together a live a recorded demonstration for us to watch, and then if we can meet earlier in the day during the week, he's happy to come in and have a workshop, but I don't think any of us can do it in the middle of the day.
It's raining.
I don't think any of us could do it during the middle of the day, during the week. At least not to block off an hour and a half, 2 hours time without taking vacation from our other jobs.
Okay. Next item. Pine Tree Services, dead trees on the corner of Burbank and School Street. Ricky, that's yours?
No. That is, so I got a call from a company. They're doing tree work for a personal property, and they're just looking for permission to go on town property to be able to clean up those trees. So that's all it is. I told him that I would bring it to the board and see if you guys would approve that so that he can do the job for the personal property that he's looking for.
I would say just as long as he's doing the work and he's cleaning up, if he does mess up the town property, he cleans it up before he leaves.
Make sure they're insured, so if there's any damage to town property.
Yeah.
Right.
So as long as they're insured, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, as long as he's insured and we get a copy of it or something.
Yep.
Okay, next, appointments, resignations. We have a request to appoint Carrie Besson to the Board of Appeals.
I make a motion to accept Carrie Besson on the Board of Appeals.
I'd second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? No. All those in favor? Okay.
Courtney, can you reach out to her, please, and okay, and have her come in and do the paperwork and sign everything and get Stan the appropriate paperwork for the background check? Thank you.
Okay, next, the discussion of the agenda items by the public. Anybody got anything to say? Ricky?
I just had a question for Jerry. Thanks for taking on that sign there we talked about.
Sure.
Are they going to do the painting of, like, Welcome to Limerick?
Yes.
Oh, they're going to take care of that too?
Yeah, the lady that owns the Saco Frame Factory, she's a former resident of Waterboro, and her company has done numerous town signs around York County.
Okay, good.
So that's why I reached out to her, because she's very familiar with doing town signs. All she needs is a photo of one of our current signs, and she's an excellent artist, and I believe she'll come in at a really low price, but I will have her price before the board.
I was just curious if she was going to do the artwork and the...
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And the painting and everything.
Yep.
Good, thank you.
Anyone else? Audrey?
Here we go.
No, I'm going to be good this time, sorry. I would like to offer, if I can, to either donate the money or partial of the money for that Limerick sign from the Limerick Rec Department out of my donation account,
Awesome.
if I can. It's an offer.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll hold off until you get a price on
Yep, yep.
it. Okay, anyone else? Okay, we have correspondence, National Fitness Campaign?
We already,
Already did that. Oh, that's, okay. Oh. Now we come to the end. I have a motion to adjourn. So moved. I hear a
Second.
second? Okay, all moved and seconded. Vote. Okay, good night.